my business card. Only problem is when they printed them right, he didn't print the face. And I was like, what are you doing? And he goes, well, you just need the magic word. Of course, it's JJ. And he prints the face just like that. Here's the cool thing, I can take it and chuck it and actually appears right here over my pocket. Actually, not that pocket, this one over here. That's it. Welcome to the explanation of this sort of little business card production, making it appear, disappear, all the cool stuff. So the first part, what you're doing is you're producing the card. What I do is I go into a grip, which looks like this, so it's between your, it looks like this, right on your, basically whatever business card you use, but this is where it's sitting. So from the front, it looks pretty clean. And of course, you can do something like this, like you're thinking, and of course it's covered because it's a business card, all right? Normally you drop it as well, if that's your thing. So it's here, in this position, like this. So you've got it here, and you can set that up by just behind you, if you're just setting up when you're talking to someone, place it here, and you're set, okay? Then what you do is you can do this, you can be thinking, and then what you're gonna do is go from here to a tenkai. And tenkai is placing your thumb. That's what it looks like. It's not too high, it's not too low. It's about halfway in between your hand, your thumb's over the top of it, and the whole point is you can pluck the card. You can pluck it with these two fingers, full finger and middle finger. You can pluck the card. So it's like this. All right? So from here, the move is this. That, come down, thumb goes here, and produce. Once again, here, thumb goes down, and produce. All right, so that's the first part. So in normal speed, what it looks like is this. You go this, and you go, do that again. Normal speed, it looks like, it's hard to do a bit slow, it looks like this. Okay? And when you do this, don't try and pluck back like if you're going to pluck it from the air. So when I do this, I come here, and then I sort of just pluck it from the air. Now, that's the first part. For the next part, you're doing a thing called, basically you're making it look like there's only, it looks like it's the same back, the same time, but you're not really doing that. Now, normally people do this with blank faces, but I'm just using it with my business card. What you're doing here, it's really simple. You're placing the card not straight on your hand, but slanted underneath where your thumb is. And instead of turning the card over like this, you're turning your whole, basically your whole hand over, and you're doing this. I'll do it really slowly. Watch what I'm doing. Okay? So I'm using my thumb and my two fingers to basically turn the card over. Like that. And it gives the illusion that it looks like it's being turned over. Okay? And you sort of turn your wrist as well. That gives the illusion that it looks like it's being turned over as well. So from here, so you're taking the card, it's slanted. You're taking it with these two fingers and your thumb, and you just turn it over. Then I like to do it again. And then here's the secret move. All you're doing, or if you want, you can do this move here. What I'm doing here is I'm basically turning my hand around as my thumb's pushing the card through. That's basically it. So it's this. So I go once, twice, 3 times, and the last time all you're doing is you're turning your hand over the real way and then pushing your thumb. You're pushing the card through, and it goes just like that. Really big tip with this is don't oversell it. I've seen a lot of people, they do this once, they do it twice, they do this, they do it again. You don't have to oversell it. If it's a pretty good illusion, you don't need to basically keep showing your back. I like to just do it once and go, they didn't actually print the card, so like this is what I did, and then you can print it, which is it. That's the second move. Last move is very simple, it's a back palm. All you're doing here is you're shaking your hand, we'll go from the back position here, my forefinger, my pinky finger, and my middle and ring finger gets curled inside. So it's like this. This is the shot here. And as you open your hand, basically, I know you can see the sort of the tips of the card, but when you're shaking, it doesn't look like it's there. But just so you know how to do it properly, do not have it so far back in your hands. Do not have it so far in front, because you're going to get this effect. You want to practice doing this, forefinger, pinky finger, 2 fingers behind, thumb in the middle of the card, turning your hand, opening your hands, keeping them together, bringing them together, thumb goes on top, and you're grabbing it. And this is actually an old move. It's sort of like in manipulation, how you can look like a card disappears and appears. And it's very pretty because Okay, so thumb, forefinger, ring finger, pinky finger, 2 fingers behind, open your hands, and you can produce it. So this move right here, what you do is after you perform that, you go watch. You shake it, and in the movements of getting my forefinger and pinky finger in these positions, I'm shaking it. I'll do it slowly. 1, come up, 2, and then you just shake it a tiny bit. And of course, what you do, because you need to basically palm this card again. So if you hold this too far like this, they're going to notice that you're holding the card here. But what you do is, in normal speed, it goes 1, 2, go here, and actually it appears over here. And you turn your body to make it look like the card's appeared. And as you go and reach into your pocket, this is what you're doing. You bring this card in, like this. All your fingers come to the top, so not your middle finger and your ring finger. This pushes down, and this goes in, and you put your thumb down and goes into a palm position. So from this position again, you're going in, turning your hand in, your 2 fingers come up, this comes down, thumb goes there, and it goes like this. So here, in, 2 fingers up, pushes down, thumb goes on top to buckle it back in your hand, and you're in palm. Hence, you can go into your pocket from there. So normal speed again, so it disappears, and you go. You also chuck it as well. Sometimes that happens, all right? So you make it disappear and go, actually it appears inside this pocket. As you're doing that, watch this hand. I won't turn for you though. So I make it disappear, it actually appears in this pocket. I go, as I bring my hand down, I do this behind my body, but I do this, and then go straight into my pocket, and I don't bring it out like this, I bring it out like I'm just taking a card out of my pocket. See that move like that? So that's very important. So all from the beginning really quickly, all right? The presentation I use for this is, I just say, look, you can talk about business cards. Do you have a business card? You can borrow it. Or someone goes, do you have a business card? It's a great way to produce it and show off your skills in a really fun way with sort of a normal object, basically. So normal speed, it looks like this. Oh, something important, if you've got a normal business card with your logo, let's say, and your details at the back, you need to, when you produce it, you need to have the logo face up in your hands, because when you're going to produce it in Tenkai, it's not going to show the logo. It doesn't really matter if you show the logo. You can say, look, they only put the logo, then put my contact details, whatever. So it's here for me. I go, okay. I go, they go, do you have a business card? And I go, hang on, let me try this. Produce it. Because the only problem is they didn't produce, the guy who's printed, he didn't produce my logo at the front. So he said if I wanted to produce it, all I got to do is just rub the back of my hand, and he produces it. But check this out, you might like this. If I just shake it, you actually see it appear in this pocket over here. Actually not there, right over here. That's how it works. Check it out.